Hello, ladies and gents. Captain Tom, or should I say his daughter, I don't even really want to name her at the moment, did a piece on her, was it a day ago or 2 days ago? I can't remember, yesterday, day before. A few accusations were flying her way regarding the charitable trust that's been set up in her father's name. I said she may well be completely ruining his previous good name. I said may well be. I've read more today, a lot more's come out today or yesterday, and it's a lot worse than I thought. It was a lot worse than I thought. Got a little bit more to read you, but for those that haven't read it, it's shocking really, it's just a shame, you know. Lovely old man, tried to do his bit for others, fought for his country, king and country for many a year, and his daughter and son-in-law are just completely ruining his memory. They are, honestly. I'll just read you a couple of bits. I'll put the bins on again. I could read it out of the paper, but would be here forever. You'd never get rid of me. Again, I've got some bullet points, but I'll read it just off that. There's nothing worse than bending down and reading the paper as I did earlier with the Philip Schofield thing. So I'll keep looking upwards. I'll read it to you quickly, and then you can make up your own minds. It was saying the extension that she tried to get in the trust's name was actually 40% bigger than the plan she put into the local council. The local council really are sort of saying they wouldn't have even allowed the extension because of where it was and what have you, other than the fact that it was under the charitable trust and they thought it was in Tom's good name, so they allowed it. They never for 1 minute thought there'd be a swimming pool and a sauna there, or solarium and whatever it may have been. They thought it was just offices to deal with the foundation and Captain Tom's memory. The daughter lied on that one. It was supposed to have a flat roof. She put a pitched roof on it. It's an eyesore to the bungalows nearby. And they're the ones that have complained, and they say we would not have bought these bungalows had we known she was going to put that at the bottom of our garden, which is within the massive gardens and grounds of her house there. Anyway, they want to pull it down, they're going to pull it down. She tried to get retrospective, they're not going to get that. But going on with the thing, the foundation have said they knew nothing about this, they didn't know she was planning this at all. Had they have been aware, then the trustees would not have allowed it. They would not have allowed her to take the money out to build this monstrosity. The trust, I think I mentioned today, they're no longer taking donations, but the reason for that is due to ongoing investigations to do with concerns that have been raised in the past couple of years. So this trust that's been set up in a dad's name that could do a lot of good for a lot of people can't take donations because of things she's supposedly done in the recent past. That is before the extension. They believe she spent about £200,000 on it thus far. It may be more. She's called Ingram Moores. That's her and her husband's name, Mr. and Mrs. Ingram Moores. They have a company called the Matrix Group. The Matrix Group, the company that they do everything in, has been almost struck off with Companies House on 6 occasions over the last few years. It's still trading at the moment, but it's come close to ceasing trading on 6 occasions. Her old man, her husband, Captain Tom's son-in-law, has been involved in, listen to this is unbelievable, even for people, well, especially for people that know about companies and how they work. He's been involved, in his 60s now, he's been involved as a director of 51 companies. 51. I've seen people involved in companies before, and I've seen in the 10s and 12s, most people in the 1s to 3s, but never 51. Of the 51, 33 of them have been dissolved. 33 of them no longer exist. I would imagine many of them have gone under owing vast amounts of money. She wanted, when the trust first set up, she wanted wages of £100,000 a year, and the rest of the trustees on the board said, that's too much, we can't go to that. How can you justify that? She agreed on £85,000 a year, on top of other jobs she's already got, by the way, for helping to run the trust, 85 grand a year, and I think she only stayed there about 9 months. And then she walked away from that because she had other things that were earning her even more money. But what it's saying here in the report is, in its first year, the trust, it spent £162,000 more on management and administration fees than it actually gave out in charitable donations. So the trust that's bringing all this money in to give to good causes on behalf of Captain Tom, whatever it's given out, it's paid out that plus 162 grand more to management and administration costs. That's probably mostly to her and her husband. Absolutely shocking. To say, It's like she's dancing on her dad's grave. She's completely, completely, completely ruined his good reputation. And it's an absolute crying shame. It really, really is. What an awful story. I like to be on here calling people out viewers. I like to call those that are robbing us of money, those that aren't very good at what they're doing, be it actors or singers or sportsmen who are getting overpaid for being crap. I like to call out the wrongdoers, the people that are doing wrong, particularly like that. I don't enjoy this one. This one I don't enjoy. Her and her husband, what they're doing, I think, and what they've done is shocking. But because she's come from that man that was Captain Tommy, we all looked up to, and at a time of country in mourning, he showed a bit of light and had something about him. You know, as I said yesterday, the old tomorrow will be a better day. Well, I'm not sure it will be for them too, and it doesn't deserve to be. It doesn't. I hope everything that's come in their way comes quickly. I hope wherever they've done wrong, they get punished for it. I really, really, really do. I do, honestly. Some people are they're just so greedy. It's an awful thing, is greed, and she looks at me like she's got it in bucket loads. She really does. I don't know. She should be ashamed of herself. She should. She really, really should. But I'm sure she'll spin it a different way. People like that always tend to.